Categories this time are American cities, the Olympics, cartoon classics, the New Testament, high society, and censored and uncensored. This baseball attraction is located in Cooperstown, New York. Of New York, Chicago, and Denver, the city farthest south. In a Sinatra song, he calls it My Kind of Town. This term was intentionally omitted from the movie The Godfather. I only have guesses here. Something to do with killing. Murder? Mafia. The first book of the New Testament, it is also the first of the four Gospels. Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. City of Storyville and the Sugar Bowl. Is it New Orleans? People always know things they don't remember they know, you know? Seems to be the story of my life, even the first time I did this. Jesus raised him from the dead after 4 days. Just like Lazarus, he brought me back to life. Wyoming capital, Indian tribe, and 50s TV Western. Too early for this to be much good, but that's okay. Proposed host country of the 1988 Summer Olympics. He swept the men's alpine skiing events at the 1968 Winter Olympics. Interesting styling up there on that category mark. He had to return his Olympic gold medals after disclosure that he had played semi-pro baseball. When his routine, the 7 words you can't say on TV, was broadcast, he wound up in court. One of my favorites. And later the second Mr. Conductor on Shining Time Station, if you can believe that one. First was Ringo Starr. After 40-year absence, this country appeared in the 1952 games, only to pull out again in 1984. Yeah, that's the time. At the start of his TV series, this hero swung on a vine into a tree. Didn't need into twice. George of the jungle. Just a sec. This black U.S. runner, crippled as a child, struck gold at the 1960 Olympics. Peanuts character that clings to a security blanket. Merry Melodies and Looney Tunes were this studio's cartoon series. The first animated cartoon feature with an X rating. Also one of my very favorites. Boy, what a ride that was. And it even had a sequel somehow. This cartoon family lives at 39 Stone Canyon Way. Peter's profession before he met Jesus. I'm gonna try it. There'd be a problem if I missed that. He was beheaded at Herod's command at the request of Salome. I should know this one too. Glad I haven't completely rusted over. Apocalyptic last book of the New Testament. It's the only prophetic one. I believe it's singular revelation. Late afternoon tea gathering at which meat and cakes are served. Are you serious? You've got one part in the category and one part in the clue? That's a filthy way to do it. The avenue between Madison and Lexington in New York City. Have you seen the well-to-do up and down Park Avenue? On that famous thoroughfare, with their noses in the air. The Clampett family found black gold in the Ozarks and moved here. The Beverly Hillbillies, eh? Warren Beatty only pretended to play this sport in Heaven Can Wait. The first TV couple to share a bed on primetime. Ozzie and Harriet. This Rhode Island town was the summer home for the Rockefellers and the Vanderbilts in the late 1800s. Only because he screwed up, I'm going to try it. This Al Pacino movie was criticized for obscene language and its way with a chainsaw. On the assumption that you're not above filth. I could still salvage 3,000 on this last clue. This 50-year-old British actress appeared nude in Playboy. My only guess would be Julie Andrews. Oh, you know what? Yeah. She'd certainly do something like that. Okay, much closer game than normal. Let's go for Double Jeopardy. And we have the Supreme Court, Animal Oddities, Foreign Foods, Rebecca's, Hats, and Star Quality. In song, the holiday hat with all the frills upon it. Something generic and guessable like a Christmas hat? Or an Easter bonnet, okay. He starred opposite Joan Fontaine in Hitchcock's Oscar-winning Rebecca. Olivier. Godiva is one of the world's foremost makers of this treat. A recent ruling upholding TV video recording involved this Sony product. Legendary American outlaw, She wore velvet gowns, plumed hats, and 6 guns in her belt. Was it Annie Oakley? Oh, the category would have helped a little bit. Whoops. Submarine-launched missile named for the North Star. Then again, it is the 5th game. This would be standard over the last few sessions I've had here. Brown versus Board of Education overturned the separate but equal doctrine, better known as this. I was hoping to get to 7 tonight, but I may not depending on what goes on IRL here. Police officers must advise defendants of their rights as a result of this decision. He successfully sued to gain entrance to medical school based on reverse discrimination. This doesn't thrill me, but I'm not playing to win, so... This pre-Civil War case upheld the property ownership of slaves. Dred Scott. Rebuild. The eyes of this color-changing lizard move independently of one another. Shit. It's always the 5th game. You would think my stamina would go a little further by now. Yeah, it's my own fault. Though I've seen correct answers be given for less accuracy. This lovable black masked mammal was discovered by a missionary near Shekwan in 1869. Then you give me a word that I don't know. The smallest mammal, this voracious creature is the only animal mentioned in the title of a Shakespeare play. The Taming of... My goal here for anyone who didn't realize it is twofold. 1, this is me getting practice for myself and reading clues like a host. And 2, to pioneer for the world to see all of the boards on the DOS versions of this game. And I don't actually need to win in order to accomplish that. I should be able to wager up to 1,000. It's a little bug here we have, but whatever. Victorian women used these creatures to suck blood and whiten their skin. Leech, leech, did you say leeches? This odd fish seems to have an equine head, a marsupial pouch, and a simian tail. and it's the males who do the birthing. Milk, not cream, is preferred for lightening this traditional English beverage. Piccata and scallopine are two Italian ways to serve this. That does sound good right about now. Hell, even just fried veal would be nice. When you run for office, you throw your hat in here. Tofu is a Japanese name for this food. I don't know how they want me to say this, but bean curd? During World War I, it was called Liberty cabbage. I have a guess, but it smells like a trap. Is it sauerkraut? God damn it. Of course it is. Famous hangout for Hollywood stars. One room was shaped like a giant hat. Rebecca Baines was the mother of this president from Texas. Alright, let's get this done quick. Tom Sawyer's Best Girl. In this 19th century Sir Walter Scott novel, Rebecca is the daughter of Isaac of York. In the Bible, Rebecca, Isaac's wife-to-be, showed courtesy to his servant when he met her near one of these. Halston design made popular by Jackie Kennedy, or a machine gun enclosure. Hillbilly family who feuded with the McCoys. The Disney character who sings When You Wish Upon a Star. It starred Janet Gaynor in 37, Judy Garland in 54, and Barbra Streisand in 76. I'll try it. What stars are like deep in the heart of Texas? Inventions. And here we go. It was first used for human comfort in a movie theater in 1922. Thanks all.